Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, continuing on the season preview series. I am getting close to being halfway done. I've been dedicated to this, and when I finish it, I'll be excited when the season starts to get to some regular content. I've planned it all out for the whole season over summer. Power rankings, everything. Like so many 31 team videos, so many different ideas I've planned out for the next few months. Hopefully I can follow through on that. But I've been doing pretty good with these season previews, and today it's the Florida Panthers' turn. So Florida, it's funny because Florida's a team that the last couple years before last season, everybody was like, yeah, they're going to make the playoffs. Like, on paper, they're a good team, and they just could never follow through. And then last season, everybody in their predictions for the season kind of gave up on them. And then, bam, all of a sudden, they're a great team. And the question is, will they be able to follow that up again this year? Well, let's start off this preview like I start off every other preview, and that's looking at the last 3 seasons. In 2018-19, the Florida Panthers went 36, 32, and 14, finishing 5th out of 8 in the Atlantic Division, and they did not make the playoffs that year. 2019-20, they went 35, 26, and 8, finishing 4th out of 8 in the Atlantic. And I remember that year, I think it was between them and Toronto for 4th, and they didn't look like they were going to get it. But in the qualifying round, they ended up getting eliminated that year. And this past season, everybody sort of gave up on them. But bam, 37, 14, and 5, finished 2nd out of 8th in the Central Division. Sadly got eliminated to the first round, but it felt different this year because they got eliminated to Tampa Bay, who went on to win the Cup. And they put up a fight. I feel like Ekblad definitely made a difference not having Ekblad. But the big question this year, I feel like they'll make the playoffs. It's more so, can they win a round? And I think this is the year they finally win that first round. So last season, their statistics, their analytics. In goals for, 3.36 goals for per game, which was 4th in the league. So very good at scoring goals. I think that'll continue. They added Reinhart, and they're very deep offensively. Goals against, 2.7, which is 9th in the league. Sounds about right. Power play percentage, 20.5, which is 15th in the league. And I actually thought that this number would be higher. And I think it'll be higher next year with the addition of Reinhart. But I really thought that this number would be higher than it is, considering how deep and good their forward group is. And penalty kill, 79.8, 17th in the league. So special teams, middle of the pack. But their projected lines for next season. So that top line on Cap Friendly, you got Carter Verhaeghe, Barkov, and Sam Reinhart. This could be a very good first line. You need Carter Verhaeghe to continue what was a breakthrough season last year and keep playing like that. And Barkov, a very good dynamic player. And Reinhart, you think he might even put up better numbers playing with Barkov and good players. Like in Buffalo, there weren't very many. Still aren't very many. Second line, Jonathan Huberdeau, Sam Bennett, and Anthony Duclair. I think this is a good top 6, but then again, you're depending. Bennett, he needs the way he played when Florida got him, and he started when at the trade deadline. They need Sam Bennett to continue playing that. It doesn't even need to be that well. Like 15 points in 10 games, I think he had. He doesn't need to play that well. As long as he plays solid, that's fine. They're a good second line forward. If he can put up points like he did when he came, that's just insane. But I definitely don't see that happening. And if it does, you know what? Props to Sam Bennett. And something's wrong in Calgary, which we've known for a while. But, man. Third line, Vetrano, Noel Acciari, and Patrick Hornquist. Once again, like, very deep lines. Like, this is a very good third line, I think. Very good third line. Sorry, I just had to go for a sec. Where was I? So, I was on the third line, right? Yeah, the third line. I was saying how deep they are, how deep their offense is. So I'm going to move on to their fourth line. I forgot what I was talking about. So Tippett, it's funny because Tippett needs Owen Tippett on that fourth line. I should read out the fourth line before I start talking. Mammon, at least on Cap Friendly. Mammon, Thornton, Joe Thornton, and Owen Tippett. And now back to what I was saying. Owen Tippett, if he can have a breakthrough season this season, that right side is just stacked because you got Reinhardt, Duclair, Hornquist, and Tippett. Like, this, it's just so difficult to put them where. And if you want Tippett to really progress, then I'd assume you'd want him up at least on the third line, or maybe even top 6, right? But then you got Duclair, and it's just Thornton. Obviously, he's declining, but still finds ways to be a useful player. And I don't know much about Memon, I'm gonna be honest, or Maimon. Sorry if I'm butchering that name. On defense, I like their defense as well. On that first pairing defense, you've got Mackenzie Weegar and Aaron Ekblad. I think this is a very good pairing. Weegar really stepped up when Ekblad got injured and played really well throughout the season. And I think this is a very good first pairing. Gustav Forsling and Gudas, a solid second pairing. And their third pairing, they got Brendan Montour, who they acquired from Buffalo. I forgot what the exact things in the trade were. And Nutivara. I don't know. Good third pairing. I like Montour. And Nutivara's defensive numbers looked alright. So, but on goaltending, you got Sergei Bobrovsky, who is definitely overpaid, and Spencer Knight. So Bobrovsky's contract currently isn't hurting them. It could in the future, but as of right now, it's not. Bobrovsky, at the age of 32, last season put up a .906 save percentage in 31 games. I don't know if I expect that to go up. I could see him maybe hitting a 9-10, but I don't think he'll ever be worth what they signed him to that contract for. Definitely not. And then you've got Spencer Knight, their young goalie. He's only 20. He drafted in the first round a couple years ago. Put up a .919 save percentage in 4 games last season. And I think he'll just continue putting up good numbers. I don't think I'd say Knight's the better goalie, or I think. So I could see Knight being the starter, but at the same time, he's so young that I think he might be like a 1A or 1B. So like he'll probably only play about 40 games max, I think. I don't think he'll be a full-on starter in his first real season in the NHL. On the scratches, you've got Lomberg, Marchment, and, Kunavton. Florida people know who those are. I actually know who Lomberg and Marchment is. I'm pretty sure Lomberg's a left winger. I could see him taking out Mammon, because I remember I had Lomberg in my franchise team, like fantasy team, whatever, and NHL, like the game, not in like a actual fantasy team, like in a game, the game, you know. But as for my prediction goes, with the Florida Panthers, I am gonna say that they finish. All right, so Tampa's lost a few guys. I don't think they'll finish first in the division. I see them being better than Toronto, better than all those bottom teams. That's it, Boston. You know what? I'm gonna go with a little bit of maybe a hot take here. We'll see what you guys think. I'm saying Florida finishes first in the Atlantic. That's right, you heard it here first. I think Florida finishes first in the Atlantic, and I am predicting that, and that might be a hot take, but that's okay. Florida first. That's what I'm saying. All right, those of you who are still here, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I am leaving now to film the Kings one, but I will see you guys next time.